I'm seeing it. I'm in the middle of a forest. Um, there's just like really big trees and bushes. Um,
Are you feeling like you're a male or female in this lifetime?
I'm like a female warrior.
And is this here on Earth or is this somewhere else?
Um, I'm like a lion being, but I'm like a tall lion being. Um, in the Pleiades. I kind of look like like the Avatar beings, but I'm brown.
And as
And
you're there, okay, go ahead.
sorry, like right away the name the Uma or Irma, Uma.
And what did you do in this lifetime as a female warrior?
I practiced like it's like I taught other people how to like have courage and be brave, and it's like I'm showing younger um younger tiger beings or like lion beings how to shoot archery and just be a warrior, like really connect into that inner like spiritual warrior. And it's like I can see like the heart of this lion being just like radiate, like their heart and their solar plexus is just like radiating.
Now, why was there a need to be a warrior? Was there conflict on this planet?
Not so much like not so much conflict. Um, this was in the Pleiades, and it's like, I think I fell, or I think he like fell. So um, it's like I'm seeing him like, I think it was an accident, and he fell off of this like really high ledge, and when he fell, he snapped his neck.
And so he passed away from that incident.
Yeah, and it was like very sudden because um, it definitely like wasn't in his soul contract. And it was just like an accident. Like it's like this tiger being was just like running and playing, and it's like she fell off of the edge of a cliff and landed like head first at the bottom of this cliff.
Now, that must have been very traumatic to the body.
Yeah, definitely.
When after that lifetime and the passing, did that did that being be able to go back to source to get healing before it incarnated in the next lifetime?
Yeah, but it's definitely been like carried with him. It's like the I think it's like the shock of it. It's like I can feel it.
Is there anything more with that lifetime that they want to show us that and explore?
It was a lifetime where like this lion being was so happy. Like it was like one of his favorite lifetimes ever. but I think that that like made it the shock so much worse.
And what was the kind of theme of the life contract of that lifetime? What did Jack in that lifetime want to experience and explore?
He wanted to experience like how it felt to be like a warrior, but like a very balanced, like I see like the masculine, the feminine, like very balanced, but his soul is masculine. So it's like since his soul is masculine, he came into that lifetime as a female to keep like his masculine and feminine very balanced. And he really wanted to like feel that solar plexus energy.
And did he master and accomplish his life contract?
Yeah, so his solar plexus is actually like um he went back again a few times to really master the solar plexus energy. And now um it's like I'm feeling a lot of density in his solar plexus because this is meant to be his greatest superpower in this life. That's why it's like malfunctioning, is because there's a lot of density in it because it's meant to be like very bright and activated.
Now, what kind of physical ailments would he have that he's currently experiencing around the solar plexus?
A lot of food issues. It's like I'm seeing it like it's like the stomach isn't functioning the way that it's supposed to. It's like I can see it's like making acid, but then it's not like it's like the energy isn't strong enough to like swirl or like move the food through to like break it down all the way to bring it down. So yeah, it's just showing me like I feel almost like not an ulcer, but definitely something like something is there. But maybe it's just density that needs to be released.
Now, with the higher self here, is there anything right now? Is this just to show us right now to later go in and do a scan and do some healing, or can we do the healing here and now?
So right now they would like to heal the past life where they fell, and then we'll come back to the stomach later.
Okay. Higher self, I could just ask that you call in the collectives to just, and the angelics and the healing to just help heal that past lifetime and the trauma and the shock of leaving the body so suddenly. And we just ask that you bring this beautiful golden crystally, just prismatic light, healing light to that area to help honor and acknowledge that lifetime and allow healing for this lifetime.
Yeah, it feels better. It's like I could see like the soul like lift up out of the body.
So, what will Jack feel in this lifetime from this healing from that life, that traumatic lifetime?
That was causing a lot of the tightness in his neck. It's like I can see like the energy flow in his body. It's not flowing up through his neck. It's like it was like blocking the energy flow from the lower part of the body to the upper part of the body. So that was like a huge energetic block that was released.
Does the solar plexus issues, does it allow him to absorb nutrients that would naturally help with the body? Or does that block that in any way?
Yeah, so it's showing me that it's like affecting all parts of it. It's affecting like his metabolism. It's affecting the way that he absorbs nutrients. Um, and it's like since so it's like his solar plexus is so powerful that it's like it just absorbs, since it's not radiating, it's like outwards, it's just like absorbing all of the density around him, causing it to like malfunction.
Okay. And we'll go in the future and we're gonna work on that as well as is with the body scan. Um, so if is there anything else in this lifetime that the higher self would like us to know and understand for clarity for Jack?
No, that is all for that one.
Okay, we want to honor and some gratitude to that lifetime, and we're going to go ahead and move forward to the most relevant time in the most relevant place to get the answers that we seek today. And as we move forward, I want you to tell me what you see, feel, or hear.
Okay, so I'm seeing that. Okay, I'm asking if this is like his lifetime now, or if this was like a past Earth lifetime that happened recently, because it does feel like more recent. So it's like I'm seeing a man in a hospital bed, and there's like this little girl crying next to him. So I'm asking if that's like this lifetime or a very recent past life. So his lifetime right before this. So, but that little girl is a person in his life now. So it's like I'm seeing him in a hospital bed in his past life, and it's like he's dying from stomach cancer. So it's like I'm seeing that it's like um he hasn't really been able to come back into like this solar plexus energy. Um and this keeps affecting him for lifetimes. And so it's like, yeah, so he actually ended up like dying from his stomach issues in that lifetime.
And who is the little girl in this current lifetime?
His daughter now?
Okay. And he was there, when he was there on his, let's take it to, we're at the deathbed. And what messages does Jack have during that lifetime that he wants to tell to the current Jack?
That it's time to step into his power, that this is like why he's having all these issues now. It's because he's like he had this contract to step into his power later in his life, but he's like really meant to step in his power now. So all these health issues are like kind of coming up to the surface, and all meeting at once, because this is like his point to make a decision of like, is he gonna go down the road of like his past lifetime, or is he gonna like make the changes he needs to make, um, to really step in his power and lead. Like I see him as like a leader.
And in that past lifetime that we're experiencing right now, did he fulfill his life contract or what did he want to experience during that lifetime?
Yeah, so they're saying that that was a part of his life contract. Okay, so it's like he's really meant to step into his solar plexus energy. So it's like that lifetime was like his polarity. It was like he wanted to experience what it would be like to not step into his power and to okay, so it's like are you going to let history repeat itself or are you going to make the changes you need to? So it's like that past life showed him what decision he needs to make now.
And how does the higher self recommend that he makes those decisions?
I heard listen to your heart immediately.
What's the heart been saying to him?
It's been speaking to him, but he's been like questioning it. And like it feels like there's some uncertainty there of like what he needs to do, but they're saying like just let your heart guide you and like everything that's meant to happen for you will happen.
Does he have a pretty good connection with his higher self, or is that connection, um, like what's his connection like with his higher self?
Yeah, so it's like I can see like his soul family and his like higher self. It's like they're knocking on the door, but he hasn't opened the door yet. It's like his mind is still racing a little bit too much. Um like I'm seeing it's like they drop downloads every once in a while that gets through. Or like they'll show him even down to like the YouTube videos that pop up or like down to like the numbers that he's seeing and things like that. But when it comes to like him being in that communication, that is something that he still needs to work on.
And how can he have more connection?
Just working on stilling the mind. So they're saying that like especially with the generation that he grew up with, it's a lot harder for them to still their mind or it's a lot harder for them to like really force themselves to like sit in meditation, but that's just going to be the best thing. And the Arcturians have been around me this entire time. Like he's very connected to Arcturians. I'm sure that's like why he feels so resonant with me and my YouTube channel. So they're just saying that like his mind is so powerful, but he has to learn to still it. And like once he can like learn to still his mind and train his body, then he has this opportunity to be in like constant contact with them.
And while we're here and talking about the Octarians, what collective does he most resonate with?
Docturians.
Okay. And he had a question about who are the best collective, the most advanced beings in the universe for healing the human body.
So it really just depends on like the issues that you have and like the type of healing that you need. So there are different collectives that are great for different aspects of healing. But today he was brought to other Arcturians because the technology of his body needs to be upgraded.
And explain more of that. What does it mean to be upgraded?
So today we're gonna open his master coding and just do some upgrades. So it's like I can see his light body and there's some like we can go through each chakra or at least like the problem areas and we'll just like do some master coding just to update it to update his blueprint. So I'm seeing that he was between like first and second generation volunteers. There was a big upgrade like right after he came in to the human body. So his body is not as up to date as like some other or like as the newer generations. So that's why they like brought him to me and they want me to tap into his blueprint and upgrade it. And
Now,
that's why a lot of these like issues have been manifesting, is because there's like blocks in his energy that aren't flowing freely.
when he volunteered to come here for Earth, like what made him want to volunteer to be here at this time?
To he has they're showing me that he has like done so much work with the Arcturians, and that he's been with the Arcturians since that they started like um even just like when we started putting the DNA together for humans. Like he's been a part of that entire thing. Like he has really been an Arcturian, like a part of the Earth journey. So he just felt like it was so important for him to come into this life. But he wanted to come in like a little bit sooner and really be here as a leader. So it's like he volunteered to come in and like live through some of the hardest earth experiences so that he can really like step into his power later. And I'm showing that he has like children that are super powerful.
Do they like do they know that they have gifts, or their gifts kind of not showing right now?
Like they have signs, but it's like by him stepping into his power, he's like it's like I can see he's like this beacon of light and there's like people following him. And that's what he came here to do. And that's why he like has had so many health issues, is because he it's like once he learns his mind, like for him, oh my gosh, it is so cool. Like he has such a powerful mind and it is so cool, but it's like he has to learn how to master it. And that's why I think I get this feeling that he's like kind of frustrated with his mind. It's like I'm getting this feeling that like it just feels so hard for him to master his mind, and that's because it's so powerful. It's like I'm getting an image of what is that, it's like you when you see those cartoons with like the aliens with the huge heads, but it's because they're like so smart.
Oh, like they need more brain space.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like his mind is just like so powerful. It's incredible. But it's like I'm seeing that like with his mind he could like levitate objects, and he literally has like superpowers with his mind, but he just has to learn how to control it.
Now, his lifetime as an Octurian, at least one of the lifetimes, um, did like what did he do? What was his specialty? What was his superpower there?
I'm seeing him like teach the law of mentalism, like all his mind, and teaching people how to like manipulate energy with your mind and with your thoughts. It's like he's mastered this and he's taught this like through the entire universe. So now it's like he came into one of his hardest lives, um to almost to like show that he's mastered this. Like it's like um he's going through his human experience with none of this knowledge so that he can like prove to himself that he's mastered this, I guess.
Does that include like self-healing?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's actually what they really want to talk to him about. It's that like his mind is so powerful that it's like truly just believing in the power of your mind. So they're saying like go into like it doesn't even have to be really like a meditative state, but just spend at least 30 minutes a day visualizing the body that you want. Like visualize your neck perfectly like aligned, and perfectly healed, and just repeat to yourself, like, my body heals easily and completely, or my body heals quickly. I am divine. And just really work your way through your body and see yourself as completely healed. And they're saying do this for like at least 90 days, because it does take time, but you will see like your mind is so powerful that you will see results. You just have to truly believe in it also.
I love that. Now, he has that surgery coming up, and and it's before the 90 days. His concern is if he should get the surgery for the ribs.
Yeah, so they're just saying that he has a decision to make. It's not like their decision to make for him, but the advice that they will give him, it's like, how much do you truly believe in yourself? Like, do you truly believe that your mind is powerful enough to heal this? Like, are you willing to sit there for like for the first couple days or for the first couple weeks until it feels better? Like, you might have to sit there and visualize like your rib completely healed for a couple hours a day at least, like really what you feel in your heart and your being, like what you need to heal yourself, and practice that visualization. So, like, are you at the point where you're ready to put in the work to heal yourself completely? And the amount of visualization it will take to still your mind to get that picture, that perfect like picture image that you need to heal yourself? Or do you want to go along with the surgery and then practice this like after your rib has been surgically repaired? And if you choose the surgery, we fully support you. We will make sure that you are safe and protected in every single way. And you can also like heal, like your rib will still need additional healing after the surgery. So we will be there to support you and guide you if you want to practice these visualization techniques after your surgery.
Now, if he says yes to the surgery, and I want you to go ahead and look at that most probable timeline of the outcome of that surgery and tell us, would it be successful, or is there anything we need to know about that?
So, okay, they're showing me like three things. So, the most important thing is like if you decide to go through with the surgery, the mindset that you go into the surgery with, or the vibration that you're carrying into the surgery. So if you go into the surgery with a high vibration, like just saying this for this surgery is going to be quick, it's going to be easy. My rib will be completely healed after this surgery. This is all the last surgery my body will need. Just going in with very high vibration. Then that timeline looks pretty smooth. And then also they're saying that like I'm just really seeing like the dichotomy of the timelines where it's like he has to choose. So there's like two main timelines where he really chooses if this is like the last surgery that he has or not. It's like if he's gonna go down that past life that we talked about and like stay and like create a cycle, or like this karmic cycle, or if he's gonna go down and like step into his path as a leader and heal himself completely.
Now, why did it take so long for them to discover the root of the rib pain?
They were hoping that he would like start um using it to like start visualizing on his own, or like meditate a little bit more, or really tune in with his body. But It's like this surgery is like it had to progress to the point that it is now to give him like that extra push to start healing himself completely.
And does the rib pain associated with the stomach pain, or is the stomach pain something else?
The stomach pain is something else, but it's like the nutrients haven't really been getting to the rest of his body. So it's like his bones aren't like as strong as they could be.
Now, with us working on the solar plexus, is there any other type of supplements or anything that he can take to help with the nutrients absorbance, or will working on the solar plexus help that?
They're just saying like a lot of water, like praying over your water to make sure that like you're only getting water of unconditional love inside of your body because that will create harmony in your cells, like in your cellular structure if you're praying into your water. And then they're also saying that like so first of all they're saying any kind of like greens and reds where you're just getting like your fruits, vegetables and minerals is really good. Um and then they're telling me like omega-3.
Okay. And is that will that help with the muscle soreness, or what is the reason for the muscle soreness that he's feeling?
They're saying that when you pray into your water, this will help your muscle soreness. The muscle soreness is also directly related to the flow of energy. So, the Arcturians are going to do like a total body update today, and this will really help with the muscle soreness, and it will help like just get that flow of energy back through the body.
And he had a question about the most advanced human surgeons. Is is he in the hands of the most advanced, or do they have any information that they want him to know about that?
Yeah, so they're just telling me they they are fully protecting you in every single way. So like the decision that you make, you will be like fully protected. But they're saying that like the surgeon that you currently have, that might not be the best one. Like they're saying that like it's like I can feel in his heart that like there's some uncertainty there and there's a better surgeon out for there for you if you're feeling the uncertainty in your heart.
And how will he be guided to the most appropriate surgeon? Like, what can he
Just
do?
set just by setting the intention that he finds a surgeon that's there for his highest and greatest good. Um, and just like if he's like either one will be referred to him or like just one will like pop out at him where he just knows that that's it.
And then if he does make that choice, can we just ask that all the angels and the Arcturians and his higher self that they can just be around that surgeon, guiding their hands for the most highest healing possible and the most highest outcome of all?
Yes, absolutely. And we will be there supporting him the entire time.
And now he had some questions right now about where he's currently at on the ascension process. Can you show Ceirra Jack on at New Earth and what that kind of just what that would look like for Jack?
Yeah, it's like he's just like this beautiful beacon of light for his entire family. It's like I can see his entire family on New Earth. And they're just like so happy and they're like in service to others. It's like he's teaching that other people how to use the power of their mind to create any reality that they want for themselves.
And how is his current vibration on the in like on his ascension process?
Yeah, so they're showing me, and it's just so interesting because like I feel like his ascension is like directly related to the Earth's ascension as well, because the Earth right now is really at this timeline split, and he is also at this like really important timeline split where it's like I'm seeing like the three-dimensional like lower vibration version of him, like kind of go off and like with stomach issues, like kind of like the past life we saw earlier, and it's like dissolving away with the 3D Earth. Or I'm seeing like that five-dimensional timeline, and it's like right now it's his choice to really choose which way he wants to go. Um, he just has to make the choice of like self healing, and I feel like by just doing this session, it's like that push that he needs to like really take this seriously and really start like healing himself.
Now, if he, I mean, there's no judgment or anything, but if he decides to kind of like not step into that power and that role, will he eventually make it to 5D?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That where
either,
he could even return home as an Arcturian. So it's really just like I'm seeing that he has like no karma to protect himself. So like if it doesn't work out, he can just go return home as an Arcturian. But his soul contract, it's like he's meant to like step into that leader role.
love that. Um, and you said that he would be going to the 5D with his family. Like in those two timelines, if he were to step into his power, when do you see him shifting to the 5D?
So I heard immediately 5 years, which is like really interesting because usually they don't give me a time frame at all. They just he is also here though to like really help people and lead them to the 5D. So I think he's meant here to be here, like he's meant to be here a little bit longer than other people. Um, but he's really here to like help carry other people. It's like his struggle with his issue, like his physical health. Once he learns how to like self heal that, then it's really gonna like allow him to help lead these other people to heal themselves into 5D.
Is if he were to really step into that power, because we know time is really just relative, would that timeline for the collective and for himself, like honoring his contract, would that shorten or would that pretty much be the same?
Yeah, so he is from a very high level of consciousness. It's just he needs to tap into it. It is so cool because, like, I don't know. He has also, like, I can just feel that he has also been an Octurian for like a very, very long time. And so it's like really cool for me to feel that energy. And I can feel that he comes from like a very high level of consciousness. So he can tap into that to help himself heal, and he can also like be the creator in his life, so he has the ability to rise above the collective timeline. Like if he chose to, like, his mind is so powerful, he could instantly heal himself. It's just like that belief and training your mind to be instantly healed. But if he took that quantum shift and just decided that him and his family will be in the 5D instantly, like his mind is so powerful, he could do that. It's just that he has to like train his mind and learn to like raise his consciousness. But his soul contract states, or it was more like he also wants to help lead other people to the new Earth timeline.
I think that's really beautiful that he would have the opportunity to lead his family there, but he's staying to empower other people in this timeline that we're referring to. I think it's really beautiful. Um, he's concerned, not concerned, but just wants advice about with things crumbling around just with the current timeline of events, of what he can do or just any advice that they have for him.
Yeah, they're saying that it's just like it's time to like lead and it's time to be like the role model for your family. So that's really all you can do. It's like saying like don't put pressure on yourself, but it's just like do your self-healing work and your family will follow you. So it's like time to really go deep within and work with your shadows and really look at like the things in your life that are being mirrored to you every day that make you unhappy and just like changing those like it's not even like meditation, it's just like changing those negative beliefs one at a time to empower you and to create the reality that you want.
Now, at his current job, is there any advice for him? And does he need to stay there or should he look at something else?
Yeah, so they're just saying like again, this is really a lesson to learn to listen to your heart. So what is your heart telling you? Um and then they're just saying like right now is really the time for you to heal. Like it's really time for you to begin to heal what needs to be healed so that you can step into this role and that there is like a way greater plan for you than you could ever imagine. So it's like time to just like let go and trust.
Now, is it even, he feels like, is it even relevant with the possible lockdown that humanity is going to go back down on, um, whether he stays at it or not?
Yeah, so if there's an infinite amount of timelines, then there are infinite timelines where we don't go on lockdown. So I would just keep, or they're saying like just keep that in mind. Instead of like making your decisions based on like things that may happen, make your decisions on like what would make my heart so happy to do today. I really like try to create and live from joy because that's the kind of world that we need to manifest to bring that the 5D reality to us.
And I think that it's it for the questions right now. Is there anything else that they'd like him to know about this current lifetime?
They're just saying that they're so excited for him. They're so excited that he um scheduled this session and that they know that he is like about to go on such a beautiful journey.
Now, if he were to schedule a session where he did the channeling, would he be able to tap in himself?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like there is still some work that needs to be done with the mind, but he's so powerful. It's really just like it's like I can see that his crown is closed. It's like they're trying, it's like the information's trying to go in, but it can't. So it's really just like stilling those thoughts so they can come in through the crown.
Would it help him out to have his own session where he's able to tune into these frequencies for himself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Um, all right. So now we want to go to, if you guys can take us to wherever the most appropriate place is to go ahead and look at those chakras, do a body scan, and get just beautiful, wonderful healing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna bring in the Arcturians, just to update the body's technology. We're just gonna do a clearing and cleansing. So he needs to do chakra work, or we suggest doing chakra work because there's a huge energy imbalance within his body. So if it's hard to still your mind, if it's like hard to get into that meditative state, then just get into your body. It's like he's been very disconnected from his body, and that's why his energy is not flowing freely. So they're saying like body tapping. So you can like start by tapping your energy centers, and this will just like, it's like the knocking starts to activate it. And then also they're saying like qigong is amazing to get your energy flowing to open and balance your chakras. So I can send him like a couple video, like just short videos for qigong just to start. And then we're just going to do a quick body scan just to release some of the density. Some of the density, it's like his emotions that he has to feel to let those out of his body. But we will definitely release and clear absolutely what we can today, and then we'll upgrade his blueprint to get his energy flowing again. Okay, so we're just gonna bring light. We're just gonna start off. His third eye is actually pretty open, which is amazing. He can definitely see past the veil. He is already starting to feel connected, and this session will absolutely, it's like that energetic push that he needed to begin feeling the vibrational frequencies of the Arcturians. So his third eye is pretty open. We'll activate that a little bit more today. His So we're just gonna shine healing light of unconditional love onto his neck and his shoulders. Just feeling that beautiful light energy in his neck and his shoulders. Just fully releasing that trauma from the past life he was carrying. Just setting the intention that this be fully healed, releasing any tension that he carries here. I also feel like he carries, so they're telling me it's like my shoulders feel really heavy. He carries a lot of responsibility for his family and his shoulders. And so the higher self is just telling me like just by being a role model and stepping up as a leader, like you can release this responsibility, because everything that's like meant to happen is, once you start to like just heal yourself, then you're in alignment with your highest timeline, and it's like what's meant to be will be. So it's like it's okay to release this responsibility and just trust in the universe. Like they're telling me like just trust.
So as you're scanning that area, does the throat chakra have anything to do with the neck pain that's gone on, or was that specifically the past lifetime?
Yeah, his throat actually looks pretty good. Um, this was more like, so we have two energy centers, like right on the top of our shoulders, right here. And it's like that's where he was carrying it.
Mhm.
So it's
And
like that, it's like
okay.
that heaviness of that responsibility. It's like weighing down his entire energy. They're saying it's like you're the only thing that you can feel, or the only thing that like you should feel this amount of responsibility for is yourself and your own healing, and everything else will fall in place.
Um, the healing that he's going to feel from that past lifetime that we're working on today, what will he feel like after this healing's done? Like what is he going to feel with us doing this healing today?
It's like I can see him like turning his neck like more than he could before, and it just feels a lot looser than it did. And then it's like his shoulders like feel a lot looser. It's like almost like this like feeling of freedom, just knowing that he's on the right path, like just knowing that he has these soul connections. It's like uplifting and increasing his frequency, and he just feels so much lighter.
I love that. I love that. So let's go ahead and move down the energy field, the chakras. Since we've already done the throat, let's move down to the heart and let's see what we can scan there and find.
His heart feels really good. He cares so much for his family. And there is a little bit of distortion around his heart, but I'm seeing it's like he hasn't really felt his emotions his entire life. And I think part of that is just like living in such a masculine society and just being told it's like not okay to show your emotions. It's like I can feel that some of that is trapped in his heart. And they're just saying that like as he begins to like really open up his heart and like step into his solar plexus energy, it's like this will just like be cleared from his heart like automatically. And that if he does go to like meditate, really focus on your heart.
And when he meditates and focus on his heart, what will he feel as a sign that he's moving in the right direction? Like what will he feel there?
He'll feel like a lot lighter, and he'll feel just like a lot more connected. Like he'll feel more connected to his intuition and his discernment.
Does he carry a lot of the heaviness of these health burdens there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Um, as we're connecting down the heart to the solar plexus, I know we've talked about this, but what more can we go in and heal with the solar plexus?
Yeah, so they're just gonna shine golden light into his solar plexus, into his sacral, and into his root, just to release. There's a lot of density here. So this is when like another session would be great for him, or he could just like choose meditations where he goes through each energy center and like sits with them. But his lower three chakras are carrying a lot of density. So this is like we can release all the density that we can today to get his energy flowing a lot better. But there's a lot of emotion that like has been repressed that needs to be felt so that it can be released completely. So they're just like shining this powerful golden light of unconditional love, and it's just like transmuting and clearing the density from his three lower chakras. And then the Arcturians are also bringing in like blue healing light, and they're clearing out like all of his chakras and transmuting this light, like raising his vibration instantly. So it's
Wow.
like, yeah, so they're just like clearing his channel completely to get his energy flowing back through. And now they're also like now they're using like this purple energy to spread his energy, or to like continue his energy flow through his arms and through his legs.
I'm feeling that for him too. And I'm starting to yawn a lot, which I know is a release of energy. So I think that we're helping him alchemize a little bit there. Um, Now go down to sacral and tell me what's going on there.
He has like, I'm feeling the left foot. Something is like, he has a really big energy block in his left foot.
Now, is that to do with, can you explain that more? Does it have to do with divine masculine, feminine, past life, this life? Like, what does that have to do with?
Okay, they're telling me that this is like his, okay, so his chakras, so you also have two chakras, like one between the knee and one between like your 2 feet at the bottom. And it's like his energy is completely blocked um from flowing up his energy centers and into his root. So this is like something that we need to upgrade today. It's like the energy's not even flowing in, it's like getting blocked immediately. um and I don't know if he's been feeling like pain in his foot, or hold on, let me ask. Okay, there's an attachment in his foot.
Mm, okay.
So this is blocking his energy altogether.
Is it just not, he's not able to ground it out and have the flow of energy?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, um, it's completely blocking. It's like it's dimming this lower chakra, and it's not allowing this lower chakra to like push the energy upward.
So let's go ahead and explore this attachment. What can you tell us about when he got that attachment and what the attachment actually is?
Well, okay, it's like a device. It's like it almost feels like a shackle like around his ankle with like a ball and chain.
Hmm. When did he get it?
Right between um it was like right between his last earth lifetime and this lifetime. It's like I see, it's like he's so powerful. It's like I see a reptilian like putting this like ball and chain into his energy field,
And why did they want to do that?
because he is so powerful, and they didn't want him to like step into his power in this lifetime. And it's like they've been controlling his energy flow, and that's why his body also needs to be upgraded. It's almost like they hacked it, or they've been like affecting the coding of the body.
Now, is this pretty common for light workers that they do this?
um it really depends. Like, I don't know if I would say it's common, but I would say a lot are brought to me personally just because like I know how to remove them and I also know how to like upgrade the blueprint after this happens.
So
I
do
see
we,
it I see it mostly like with the people that are like really really powerful or like the people like the elders of the extraterrestrials, I guess you could call them. Just like the ones that are really here to make a difference, like the ones that like have all of that ancient knowledge and wisdom. And it's like it's trying to like keep them grounded into the 3D earth to keep us from ascending.
so we can do that, remove that with the blueprint activation, or shall we do that now?
Yeah, so I'm gonna send this back to the High Council just so that they know about it and they can like review it. Um, I'm just gonna call in. I'm just gonna call in Archangel Michael. It's like it's like I saw an angel with a key. It's like it's like they put the key in the slot and like took off the shackle. And they're taking it back to the light or back to source. Um
I
and
can
now we're just gonna send healing light into that ankle, into the left. And they're telling me that this was affecting like the entire flow of energy through the left side of his body.
so what color light are we putting in there?
They're using gold, so it was like a gold key. And they're saying like for the next part of your spiritual awakening, like follow the keys, like be. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay. So they used a key to like unlock this shackle, and they're saying that like for the next part of your spiritual journey, just follow the keys and they'll show you the way.
I love that. I love that. Um, is there anywhere else within the root or the sacral area that we need to explore?
Ooh, and I can feel like the left. I still feel like the my left ankle. It's like tingling.
I have that too going on right now. I was going to say
Really?
that. I was just going to ask after this, what will he feel like with the removal?
Yeah, I can feel my left ankle tingling.
Yeah, I can feel it in mine too.
Yeah, so they're just saying that this will like this is literally like the quantum shift that he needed in his life. Like this was such an it's almost like I could see it weighing him down and he didn't understand why he felt uh like why it was weighing him down. And this was also causing a lot of like that muscle soreness because his energy wasn't like flowing freely through his body because of this device.
Now, do they recommend any earthing or grounding to really help integrate that new flow?
Yeah, absolutely. So they're saying also this is why it's so important for him to start training his mind is because his frequency is going to like really, really elevate. And they're saying that like he they're saying also like it's time for him or they're suggesting like maybe more of a plant-based diet just because like uh he is such a of like such a high consciousness that as his frequency starts to raise it's like he slowly will just start craving like a lot of vegetables and more fruit.
And will his muscles and his body be okay with that? Will it be able to adapt with less protein? I mean, as far as the animal protein?
Yeah, and they're saying that like just listen to your body. Like if you still feel like listen to if it's like a craving, like if it's like a chemical craving in your mind that you want it, or if it's like truly what your body wants. So it's like tuning in with your body and asking it what it really truly wants and needs. And then they're saying like, yeah, absolutely, now is like the time to connect to the earth, because like even if you have trouble stilling your mind, just go ground yourself. And like it's like I can see her like taking all of these thoughts from him just by connecting to her. And they're saying that like if you don't want to sit in meditation, then just go like you can do different walking meditations to start, or just start like doing the visualization, just doing things where you're like focusing your intention on one thing at a time.
So in the beginning, will more of a guided or having an audio type of meditation be more helpful for Jack? Or is this something like where he can just go to silent meditation right away?
Yeah, so this whole time I've been hearing Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I wasn't sure if that was like my own bias, but I'm pretty sure that the higher self like wants me to tell him Dr. Joe Dispenza, because Dr. Joe Dispenza also healed his own back with the
Oh,
power of visualization.
okay. So that's a great resource to hone in on. Even the audio talks that aren't meditation, like for walks and stuff like that, or driving, like are very helpful, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he does walking meditations and everything.
Now, is there anything else in the body scan that we want to explore before we go to Ceirra is going to take it away and unlock the sacred divine blueprint?
Hold on 1 second. Okay, so they're just saying like protect your energy. So it's like it's not, so the higher self is telling me like it's not anything to be afraid of or anything, but just a sense like the reptilians put that device there, it's important to start protecting your energy. Um so protecting your energy with the Merkaba is amazing, and radiating your light outwards. Just because so you don't get like as you step into your power, you're not affected by these things.
And then how can he protect the Merkaba?
Yeah, so they're saying like visualize the Merkaba like in your heart first, and then radiate outwards, like radiate the Merkaba outwards, out with your heart, in light and love, like just radiating unconditional love outwards, just with the intention that it fully protect your energy through time and space.
Love that. And does his higher self um, obviously knows the outcome of this ascension? Are there any words the higher self wants to say to help Jack along and kind of tell him, like, I guess that he makes it, any words of advice from the higher self of Jack?
That we believe in you. We're so excited for you. You are already on the path. Um, just by doing this session, you have made the choice of your higher timeline, and we are so excited for you. You bring so many beautiful gifts into this life, and you decided to step into your power later in your life so that you could be here as a leader and a role model for others, wake or for like younger generations that step into their power later. So we are so excited for you, and we are here to communicate with you. It is just starting the conversation. So it's just a sitting in stillness, asking the question, and then just allowing yourself to listen. So your analytical mind is very powerful. So since your mind is so powerful, your thoughts feel amplified. So um if you put a question out into the universe, like, what does my higher self need me to know today? Just take a second to listen. But since your mind is so powerful, it will start trying to make up the answer. So that's fine. Just be the observer, just watch your mind, but just sit in that stillness and listen. And with practice, you will start hearing our communication to you. We want to be in communication with you, and we are here for you to guide you through your life.
I love that so much. And I can just feel their love. And I could just feel like the higher self being like, like trying to reassure them, like in nudging me to ask that question, like, you make it, you make it. Like I'm living proof that you get there. So like almost like, seeing your future self, like giving advice. It just was, I know they're really, really just cheering him on and proud of him.
Yeah, they're telling me like I don't know if he has like a thing with spaceships, but they're like he has his own spaceship. We just want him to know that.
Okay. So,
It's like I've
right.
been seeing a spaceship this entire time, and they're like, yeah, that's his. Oh,
That's
okay,
awesome.
they're saying that his spaceship is like his healing space. So they're saying that like when he does his visualization, go like set the intention of going to his spaceship um and doing his visualization there, and it's like that his spaceship has like this healing frequency where it's just like meant to activate him completely and heal his human body.
Love that. Um, Thank you so much. And I'm going to give it to Ceirra so she can work her magic right now.
I know, now for the fun part.
Uh-huh. I'm excited. Eating popcorn, watching the
Okay,
match.
perfect. So first of all, we're just gonna take his light body. We're just gonna drop into the void. I'm just gonna open his divine blueprint. So inviting in the Arcturians, I'm actually gonna allow his soul family to do this for me, since they're the ones that helped him write his blueprint for this lifetime. So just going into the crown. Oh my gosh, his crown is so cool. It just like it just radiates. It's incredible. Okay. So I'm gonna upgrade his crown and his third eye together. Um, just helping him like really step into his spiritual abilities. And it's like they're pulling his like it's helping to pull his downloads into his lower chakras. So it's like I can just see his crown is like radiating. It's beautiful. So going down to his throat, like his upper chakras actually look pretty good. It's more that like he needs to clear his lower channels so that he can bring all this information down. So we're gonna do a lot of coding work today with his lower chakras. So we will activate and open the throat and the heart, just allowing this like divine flow of love through these energy centers. And then I like to tune everyone for financial abundance. So I'm going to do that also.
Love that.
Ha tua tia 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 ua ua. Just sending so much healing energy to that past life, we're just going to clear and cleanse his energy field. He's holding this into his energy field as well, but his energy already has like such a better flow. I can like feel so much energy from the device that we released. Do a dia 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 do. Okay, so we'll move down into his solar plexus. Okay, so we're gonna upgrade. It's almost like we're gonna go in and like delete the coding for his solar plexus and just like completely redo it. It's almost like it's like spinning the wrong direction. Like it feels like it's not um pushing, it's not radiating outwards, and it's not like spinning the way that it was programmed to spin. So we're just gonna completely like reprogram that today. Dia 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 dia. Dia 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 dia. He does still have density here. There is another past life here that he's holding on to, but that is something that he is going to have to release for himself. Dia, 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 dia. Oh, he's holding a past life from Atlantis. But that's something that he's going to have to experience for himself, and that will be released like when he's like really stepping into his power.
Okay.
Okay, so going down into the sacral. It's just cool. It's like the solar plexus. It's like radiating yellow now. It should really help with like his metabolism and just like the way that his stomach functions. So he'll have to keep us updated on that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the sacral. Ooh, so they're telling me like really think like what is it that you really truly want in your life? Like really think about it because you are the creator. It's like there are creator codes in your sacral that are more incredible than you could ever imagine. And it's like connect with your sacral. You could just like put your hands on your sacral and just ask like, what is it that is missing from my life? Or like, what is it that I want to create? Like, what is the highest version of me? And what would I create? Just really sit with that question because like you came here as a powerful creator and you can literally create anything that you want in your life. And I'm so excited for him because it's like I can feel like the switch is like being turned on. It's like that key was like unlocking his superpowers when that shackle was taken off. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of coding for the sacral just so that he can like take those codes of financial abundance and actually like use them to create what he wants in his life. Hopefully this will give him clarity on his career path or what he feels is like most important to him at this time. And then we're also just going to tie that into the root. There is still some density in the root. It has to do with like his safety and how he feels like responsible for his family. And that is also kind of something that he has to work through on his own. But we will definitely just like completely upgrade this blueprint. Do a dia 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 dia. Dia 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 dia. Yeah 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 yeah. Ooh, that feels so much better.
Yeah, I can feel it. I've been doing a little bit of Reiki along with your coding for him. But I can definitely feel the energy moving.
Yeah, it feels amazing. So I am just gonna do one last activation where um since the since um his lower chakras in between his feet was so disconnected, I'm just gonna like completely recode that chakra also. And then I'm gonna update and activate the chakra above his head so that that really helps him step into like the superpowers that he has through his crown. And then we'll just like cleanse and clear his energy field with light language. They're saying there's something from a future life that needs to be healed that's in his energy field.
What more can they expand on with that?
Okay, so I'm seeing him as like a part of a galactic federation, but for the Pleiades, and it's like he's an officer. Um, this is 2 lifetimes after his Earth lifetime. It's like I'm seeing his spaceship like get attacked. Okay, so it's almost like so his spaceship is a sentient being, and that's why I've like seen his spaceship this entire time. It's like we need to heal his spaceship also so that
Mm.
he can take his light body and heal himself in his spaceship for this lifetime.
So can we go ahead and connect with that spaceship's energy field and the spaceship's higher self and go ahead and do a scan and see what we can do to help heal that?
Yeah, so they're saying that it's like this spaceship took them to a different galaxy. Um, and so it wasn't in like a soul contract or anything, but it took them into a different galaxy where they didn't know that there was like a war happening. There was like a war happening regarding like they're trying to escape a mate like the matrix of a planet. Um, and there was a war that expanded out of that planet, and it's like okay, it's like a nuclear weapon was used in a different galaxy and it traveled nuclear weapons like travel through time and space, and it um had an effect on the spaceship, or it's like it penetrated the spaceship that was like using that portal through that galaxy.
So what can we do to help do repair to the spaceship's outside membrane, if you will, or whatever was damaged?
It's so cool. Like the spaceship feels like a pet. Like he's like so loving. Like he just feels like he's like hurt a little bit.
Oh, my friend.
I know. Oh my gosh. And it says that it's like this spaceship is like deeply connected to his heart. That like this is his heart energy commanding this spaceship. It's almost like they are the same. It's like this spaceship is like his personal AI.
Hmm. And do they explore the galactic lifetimes together?
Yeah, so he's had this spaceship. Like he was an Arcturian for like a really, really long time, and he's had the spaceship has been with him for a very, very long time. And that's why it's so healing for him. It's like all of his lifetimes and all of his superpowers are stored here.
No, since they're so connected, when there's a damage to the spaceship, does that physically manifest on him or in his energy field?
Yeah, so that's like why I felt it in his energy field when I went to upgrade his energy field. It's like so deeply connected to him that it affects his energy field.
Now, when you were doing that before you mentioned the spaceship, I felt something in my back left behind my shoulder blade, like almost kind of behind my heart. Is it anything to do with that?
Yeah, it's like the spaceship got like hit in the like left back part.
Okay. Okay.
um okay, so I'm seeing it's almost like the other Arcturians are like coming to help the spaceship. It's like I'm calling the other Arcturians to like come and help physically or like physically help the spaceship. Um, and then they're also shining like light onto the situation, like just making the spaceship feel safe and loved during this whole thing. And it's like mending like the energy field of the spaceship and of him.
Now, for curiosity, so he can connect better, does the spaceship have a name it calls itself by?
They're just saying that he will know. Like
Okay.
he already knows. Like there's a name that sticks out to him that he already knows. They're saying that like he could even take like other people up into the spaceship with him for healing.
Ooh, all right. I love that. Now, with the coding, what can we do, or can you give Ceirra the information to use her coding to be able to heal both of them?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like recode or open the coding to the spaceship also and recode the spaceship and then also like recode his energy field. And it's almost like so it's almost like the reptilians that put like it's almost like a bug. Like it's so like a little hack, I guess you could call it, like in his master coding, where it's like I don't know. I'm gonna remove that. I'm just gonna like erase a lot of the master coding and just redo it,
Okay.
just to make sure that it's completely God. And it's like this was affecting like how he connects it to his soul family. This was affecting like the flow of energy through his body, and this was connecting his ability to like connect to this other sentient being that he's so connected to. So I'm just gonna like erase and update the whole thing.
Okay.
Mm. Au, 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 au. Ay, 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 au, 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 au. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, it's like I could feel his spaceship like sending us love.
Aw.
Okay. So now I'm just gonna like clear and cleanse his energy field. Ay, 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 ooh, 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 ooh. That feels a lot better. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna do like one final scan of the body. That looks so much better.
Yeah. There's movement and freedom, and almost like you can feel the breeze, like where it was like
That
spent.
that and it's like he felt like it felt like he was like imploding. Like it just felt like so much tension. Like it really felt like that solar plexus was like a black hole that was just like absorbing everything because it felt like it was like rotating the wrong way. So now at least like he can bring his body and his energy into balance so that he could start making these changes in his life.
I love that. And just before we close out today, I just want to ask, are there any final messages?
No, I think that's really it for today. Like, of course, he can like ask us any questions that he has, but the Arcturians are just saying like they're so grateful for this opportunity. They're so happy to be here with us. They're so excited to reach out to him. His spaceship is saying thank you.
Oh, we just want to send so much love right back and so much gratitude and so much honor and just so much healing for all who participated today, and including Jack, just that he may feel just revitalized, rejuvenated, and just moving forward to that empowerment of honoring the contract of what he wanted to come and, just he's an amazing being with this just huge amount of energy that is here to help humanity and help his family and help himself. So just want to send him so much love.
Yes, thank you.